Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 22 wins and 6 losses. He stands 173 centimeters tall and weighs already 68 kilograms. Representing Team Cabon in Liverpool, England, by way of Brazil. Give it up for Eric Indio Bravo da Silva. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a perfect professional record of 5 wins and no losses. He stands 187 centimeters tall and weighs already 67.5 kilograms. Representing Monster House and fighting out of South Korea, please welcome Tae Kyun Kim.
He's a long fighter as Kim as well, and he uses them long limbs, Phil, to tie you up and submit you.
And I think it's important to stress that this fight is at a catch weight of 68 kilos. Both men made weight at 68 kilos, but it was because of the short nature of the fight that it was changed from a featherweight bout.
Touch of gloves were underway, and interesting enough, Eric Da Silva, if he wins tonight, I wonder will he have a chicken and a can of coke. Nice scousey there. So Kim looking to use that, you see that southpaw stance and trying to use that range, yeah.
He's hunting down Eric Da Silva. He needs to be careful of circling into the power hand of Eric Da Silva. Nice short hook from Indio Bravo.
And Silva almost saying, yeah, get away, I can knock you out with one shot, so be careful, son. And Kim, nice peppering shots, almost just that 60%, almost like pop, 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 just to see the openings.
Diaz-esque, yeah. All about landing volume. And we saw him working with his coach on landing shots whilst walking backwards, so I think that eventually will become more apparent as the fight progresses. Nice clinch work, beautiful elbow over the top.
Nice elbow, Kim separates, and you can see the difference. Silva is almost trying to sit down on his shots and throw power, while Kim looks a much looser fighter at the moment.
As we said, it looks like Kim wants to land his shots and back out, almost perhaps baiting Eric Da Silva into charging forward and then countering.
He is peppering the left cheek of Da Silva with that right hand as well, finding his range and accuracy straight away, Kim. And Eric Da Silva looks discomforted there. One landed on the nose and potentially a broken nose maybe.
Nice pop knee. But again, landing those strikes and coming out, keeping nice and long and rangy.
Silva is certainly hurt, but he's game. He's the type who will keep throwing, but Kim is pouring it on here.
Beautiful knee to the body. We may see a panic shoot from Eric Da Silva.
Trying to fire back, but Kim gets out of there, and we have got an injured Eric Da Silva, or a hurt, I should say, Da Silva, and Kim looking to take advantage. His accuracy is superb with his hands.
For a man with 3 first-round submissions, Kim looks fantastic on the feet.
Big stage here as well, promotional debut, and he looks as cool as a cucumber in there.
Nice and calm, just dictating the pace at the minute.
That right hand, Phil, just finding a home for days.
It's smart fundamentals, no.
He's just... That's going to cause obstruction in that eye as well. You can see a cut has just opened up now on the bridge of the nose of Eric Da Silva, and he's really wearing these shots.
And as we say, it's the accumulation of damage that he's working on. He's not trying to land that one knockout punch. It's the accumulation of punches that are really doing the damage here.
And mixing it up, beautiful combination. But again, not 100% being thrown into these. A lot of them are for accuracy, and
mixes it up with a tight leg kick.
But you can see the damage being worn, and Silva almost looks like he's shaking the cobwebs. He's a little bit back more in the fight than he was a moment ago, but looks for that single as you call for, but he's got to be careful in the neck.
You can see Kim's trying to go high elbow guillotine on it.
Uses it though.
Beautiful defense, and as we noticed, as he breaks there, he's landing strikes as he breaks from a clinch. Beautiful work from Kim.
And separates and steps back from the cage to almost reset the attack. Light on the feet still, enjoying himself in there is Kim. Potential spin coming.
Yeah, he looked like he was setting that up, the lead foot move to the inside.
Silva almost wearing a crimson mask of blood on that left-hand side of his face.
Silva needs to change things up a little bit. He needs to change his attacks. I'd like to see some level changes. Try and get Kim to bite on something.
The fluidity of the hands of Kim here. I'm thoroughly enjoying how he's boxing up Silva, but he's got to be careful. Silva lands one of them shots. You can see him pick up the pace here, Eric Da Silva. Trying to close off the cage and not allow Kim to move. It's
Oh,
spinning
beautiful
elbow by
spinning
Kim.
elbow. But Eric De Silva just eats it and now takes it back. Both hooks in. Flattens him out. Big shots from Eric De Silva coming up.
The beauty of mixed martial arts is it can turn. And he's looking for under the neck. Eric De Silva. Good defense by Kim. Fighting hands at the moment.
He could land some big shots here. What a change in favour so far. Trying to sneak that hand underneath the chin. Has he got it? Is that
Not
across
quite
the
under
face?
the chin. It's across the face. But beautiful work by De Silva. And now Kim turns into the guard of Eric De Silva. Excellent work by the Korean, but Eric De Silva.
What a scramble. Beautiful awareness from Eric De Silva to capitalise on that thrown spinning elbow by Kim. Beautiful dig to the body.
Potential momentum shift in this fight, and Eric De Silva gets the 2 hands.
Big slam.
Gets the takedown, and
the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt now inside the guard of the South Korean fighter Kim.
this is what Silva needed, Phil. He needed that moment in the fight to turn that tide because he was getting pieced up.
And look how he's posting now. He's just sat up on that one knee and lands a sharp elbow. Needs to square off those hips. Very intelligently done.
Again, we do apologize if you're looking at the clock. Paid it no attention, I would almost say. That was the 10-second clapper from our official timekeeper. So coming to the end of that first round, and what a first round we had as Eric De Silva makes his way back to the corner, looking a bit like Harvey Dent in his two-face form.
Well, he's definitely going to be the more reinvigorated fighter after that first round. Yes, he absorbed a lot of punishment. He absorbed a lot of the early damage, but what he did so beautifully was show veteran savvy by capitalizing. What he was able to do was capitalize on that spinning elbow attempt from Kim.
Here's some of the replays still talking through. You can see Bravo was trying to sit down with shots, the heavy shots, but it was all beautiful, beautiful light shots and easy up Eric De Silva like this.
What was beautiful about the striking was the frequency of shots. It wasn't one big shot and move away. It was landing 3s and 4s and then getting out of the danger zone.
About a minute to go in the round, it was almost like a switch went off and Eric De Silva thought, right, let's get this single being punched in the face. I'm going to chase you down, I'm going to turn it away.
And he also landed some heavy ground points. So as I say, coming out, I think it's going to be Eric De Silva who has the real impetus and the bit between his feet. He's going to want to start the second round in very much the same fashion as he finished the first round.
Momentum on this one in the opening fight of the prelims here at Brave Combat Federation 29. Tide is swung, and we'd be interested to see. De Silva had gone through adversity. We often talking about this fight about experience. I think we just seen that being showcased there by Eric De Silva.
Because like we said, Eric De Silva taking the fight to Kim, but Kim doing what he did so beautifully by staying on his bike. Nice clinch work from Eric De Silva, in on the takedown. Needs to connect those hands. Gets the takedown successful. Let's see what kind of work he can do from here. Just trying to slip through the guard, but has to be wary of that butterfly hook that Kim has. Eric De Silva just trying to compress the hips of Kim while he throws his shots.
And you can almost, you can literally point to the moment that Eric De Silva thought, now this is time to change the tide of this fight, and he starts chasing down, cutting off the cage, and not allowing Kim all that space and time to pick him apart. So fantastic fight IQ.
And as we say, a legitimate Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt with 7 wins by submission. So we know Eric De Silva knows exactly what he's doing on the ground.
Silva just looking to post up and land some shots, and Kim, he's
a beautiful shot right down the middle.
He needs to get out of here. He can't allow a legit black belt like Eric De Silva on top to land these shots because he'll only look to advance position, Phil.
But he's doing the right thing. He's trying to get a foot on the hip. He's trying to create a little bit of space. Dig in with the butterfly hook. But Eric De Silva is just very intelligent. He's doing just enough to keep himself in top position. And if you notice, every time that you see Kim try and sneak in those butterfly hooks, he sits down and compresses the body. Good work from Kim to get back to the feet, but is it going to be more of the same?
Almost not baiting him in because it was good work by Kim to get back to his feet, but Silva will be looking for the takedown. Good hips though by Kim. There, delighted to say Kirik Jet is fine. He get back to us. A little technical issues on the third mic here, but Kirik is back with us. Kirik, what have you thought of this one so far? The turn of the tide by Eric De Silva after 4 minutes of getting pieced up by Kim.
I think Tae Kyun Kim has a big future in this sport, and I think this is exactly the fight he needs. He played his game, and he's discovering the bad side of it. It happened during that hot shot move that turned things around for him, but I think this fight is exactly what he needs to continue to ascend.
Silva will be happy to get back into that guard and start to almost get some of them shots back, Phil. And
he has the palms of the feet, if you like, or sorry, the laces of the feet. He had them flat, he was sitting back, he was comfortable. That's veteran savvy, just little things like that, little almost microaggressions, if you will.
it was a beautiful left hand as well with Silva. The accuracy when he's in this position is being showcased, and all of a sudden, you're looking at this one, and we talked about the tide turning, and Silva went through adversity, and he's come through it looking good. Can Kim do the same? Because he's going to need to do it halfway through the second round.
Kim cannot flat back in a situation like this. He needs to move. He needs to create space with his hips. He may be looking to get in on a leg lock.
This is one thing we said opening, as he is a specialist in submission. So Eric De Silva, although a black belt, will have to be wary of what the South Korean can offer from his back if he does go for a submission.
What's going on at a meta level is you're running into a deadly gatekeeper. There are gates in mixed martial arts. There's a gate to get to the championship. Yeah. You are looking at one ferocious gatekeeper. Exactly half his fights in Brave Combat Federation, the opponent wasn't able to get through the gate. We're going to see what happens for the young Korean, Tae Kyun Kim.
Training your wrestling with somebody the pedigree of Mike Grundy, that's going to inform your jiu-jitsu so much. That's going to inform your all-round MMA game so much. And we're seeing the fruits of that right now from Eric Indo Brabal De Silva.
Just smart. There's no answer so far from Kim here in the second round to this game. He's looking calm, he's listening to his corner, but he has found himself trapped under the juggernaut of ground and pound and positioning here from Eric De Silva.
And we talked about the frequency of shots on the feet from Kim. What we're seeing now is frequency of shots on the ground from Eric De Silva. Very intelligent. Oh, that's a beautiful ripping body shot. And again, just posts to create a little bit of leverage on his shots. And back down he goes. Such intelligent, just tiny micro movements from Eric De Silva.
Tae Kyun Kim obviously looked best when he was standing and floating. But in order to stand and float again, he's got to get off this floor. He's got to put a foot in the hip, kick his opponent back. He'll stand up. He's going to take a couple shots in the process.
Drops for the leg.
On a calf crush. He has the leg reaped over. He needs to get onto his shoulder and almost extend by looking behind himself.
10-second clapper, so time is getting away from Eric De Silva. Kim is nonchalantly sitting up saying no to them shots and no to the calf crusher. That's the end of the second round. Chase down his opponent, cutting off the cage to bring it where he wanted to be. So this is going to be the story of the third round. Who wants it more?
I'd say we're even Stevens going into the third round now, gentlemen.
Kim again going to that pump behind that jab, and there you see it. De Silva doesn't let him just get away. He's trying to cut off the cage, Kirk, and not allow him to use that footwork to reset.
I really like what Kim does with the jab. He's not throwing the jab 100%. But he's throwing it just enough to mask what he's going to do next.
Stops that takedown, and you can see that he's thinking of the takedown, and you can see that Eric De Silva is showing him that by changing feints to change levels. Plenty of head movement by Silva, but he is almost teasing. I'm going to take you down, and then he throws his shot. So he's making Kim think.
What the Silva really needs to do is use his strikes to break that guard of Kim and get the takedown. Nice level change, but we've seen perhaps a pop knee there.
Kim starting to just throw single shots behind that jab, while in the first round
He's in on the
them
single. He's
together.
trying to turn the corner on that single. Beautifully done, but needs to be wary of the neck. This is exactly where Indio Brabal wants to fight.
Big part of this fight. He's looking for the neck, but in some ways the smarter move might have been get away. He's looking for an arm though here.
He might go belly down on it. He already has one win by way of armbar, but Eric De Silva, the veteran, stays calm and is just going to step over, and if he turns around, just ties up the legs of Kim.
In some ways, what you were saying, Keurig, the armbar, he's plenty of subs on his young career already, 4 to be exact, 3 to be exact, apologies, but you can see the levels in MMA. Potentially, as you said, on the regional scene, that might have been an armbar synced in, but when you're fighting in Brave Combat Federation against such an experienced opponent as Eric De Silva, he gets out of a legit black belt.
And Eric De Silva is now in a very, very unusual reverse mount. Ordinarily, you can take that hammer fist. There is a knee bar you can take from there, but he is brilliantly attacking that hip and gluteus, so in order to rob his opponent of that footwork, and that footwork has been Tae Kyun Kim's advantage. He may his butt may be broken at this point. That footwork may be gone. Watch him attack the stomach now, and he'll go, and he's looking for the toe hold.
That's very seldom seen in mixed martial arts.
Silva is almost like a child in the playground with the swings to himself here at the moment, just landing shots to the torso, but Kim decides it's time to get up and does.
Oh, drag takedown.
And gets Eric De Silva's back, and Bahrain appreciates that. The crowd, knowledgeable crowd, appreciate the work here by both men.
Although Indio Brabal doing exactly the right thing, trying to break that grip and turn in, and this is exactly where Kim wants the rest of the fight to take place.
Both fighters have put a lot into this. Who has got it left in the tank? A fake takedown by Eric De Silva. I see Kim almost threaten with a knee as he's changing levels as well. Use more kicks.
Very intelligent jab from Kim. As I say, he doesn't throw it 100%, but he throws it just enough to mask what he's going to do next.
Nice accuracy off as well. De Silva looking for that single. He's in on it. Can he turn the corner? Changes to the double.
He has the hands connected. We could see a big double coming up if he can get the flare on it. Nice balance from Kim. Beautiful takedown defense.
Beautiful by Kim. He needs to do more of that, but he needs to get some offense as well. It's a very close third round.
He needs to be wary of the knee or the elbow, and that nose is opening up of Eric De Silva.
It's just from them pit-pot accuracy shots that's constantly landing. This is a close fight here in the third round. The opening bout on the prelim card of Brave Combat Federation 29 in the beautiful Kingdom of Bahrain.
De Silva needs to get that head off the center line, because at the minute it's being pinged by the shots of Kim.
You're almost expecting, Keurig, one big shot by Eric De Silva here. Nice hands by Kim. Again, almost like he's working the speed bag, just landing shots winningly on Eric De Silva, and it's more so because Silva's not doing what he was doing in the second round. He's not cutting off the cage as well. I
think in order for this fight to be definitive for De Silva, he needs to score another takedown, because this, for me, is razor thin.
Kim is, we said leading into the third round, Kirk, who can implement their third round, potentially can go on and win the fight. So far, we're seeing Tae Kyun Kim landing his hands at will here.
But then in the opening stanzas of the fight, we've seen Eric De Silva score that takedown and get a lot of time on top.
One disadvantage for Tae Kyun Kim is his shots don't appear to be hard, but they are. If you look at that face, he's piecing him up badly.
10 seconds, tornado kick attempted. All these guys are throwing down for the last 10 seconds.
And there is the end of the third round and the fight. We're going to go to the judges' scorecard.
an incredible fight. Give it up for these two warriors. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score the bout a unanimous decision victory for your winner. Out of the red corner, Tae Kyun
Debutant gets it done on all judges' scorecards. We didn't hear the actual scores. I presume it has to be 29-28.
Ladies and gentlemen, this battle is 3 5-minute rounds in a catchweight bout. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 7 wins and 6 losses. He stands 174 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 67 kilograms. Representing All Stars Training Center, Sweden, and GBG Gothenburg, by way of Mexico. Give it up for Arturo El Moreno Chavez. And his opponent, fighting out the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 6 wins and no losses. He stands 180 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 67 kilograms. Representing Monster House, Goyang, South Korea. Give it up for Aries, Tae Kyun Kim. Your referee is the Bandit, Decky Larkin.
The one, the only Decky, the Bandit Larkin, is the man in the middle for this intriguing matchup. Tae Kyun Kim a little bit taller.
Unstoppable versus immovable. Here we go.
You got a little bit of an insight early on into the game plan of Moreno. Go to the body with the jab, land heavy hooks. Maybe straight to the body, come up with that nasty left hook that does concussive damage. But Tae Kyun Kim, almost like a Korean Diaz brother, happy to pepper his opponents with shots. It's the accumulation of damage that really was difficult for Eric Indio Brabal de Silva.
Phil, Arturo Chavez very wisely going down to the body a little bit. Wasn't a liver shot, but still it's money in the bank. There it is again. He's having some luck with it. You're going to see it continue.
Does have very, very smart boxing, does Arturo Chavez, but you show me a Mexican fighter that doesn't have clean boxing, then just pressured against the cage right now. Aries putting that pressure on Chavez. Again, the clinch game so draining and difficult in professional mixed martial arts.
Aries showing a little size and reach advantage here, Phil, but it doesn't matter when you're fighting Arturo Chavez. It doesn't matter if you're bigger than him. He's that tough.
As we said, undefeated, but caught with an overhand coming in. Chavez doing a good job of circling. Needs to be careful not to circle too far into that right hand of Aries. Nice stiff jab from both men. But it's that unerring calm from Tae Kyun Kim that fighters have a lot of difficulty with. He's happy just to stay inside his own punching range, lean back ever so slightly and come back.
I think we're seeing the difference in experience having an effect here, Phil. I think Chavez is much more calm here, having fought for many more years and many more fights.
As you say, Chavez, that type of fighter that's happy to eat a shot, to land a shot, because he has so much faith in his chin.
Kim doesn't quite have his feet under him yet, doesn't quite have his range down.
Tae Kyun Kim, I think, is just starting to rub up that nose of Chavez, and Chavez is always in a fight, always replying with something regardless of what he's been hit with. 2018, he was a coach of the Mexican IMAF team, so has spent a little bit of time here in Bahrain, this being his first time competing.
Aries starting to measure his opponent.
You can see Chavez just trying to dip that head, but gets caught with a lead hook by Tae Kyun Kim.
We're starting to see Kim get his timing, Phil.
Chavez.
If he manages to do it, and there it was with that straight left.
Chavez trying to come over the top, but big shot eaten by Chavez. Has the double underhooks, or sorry, has that over-under position. Needs to be wary of initiating the clinch, because he's just eating those pity-pat shots. Like I said, a Korean Diaz brother. Can Chavez rally a little bit? And again, it's fights that we've seen Chavez turn into real ugly dog fights, where he seems to edge the ascendancy.
Absolutely, Phil. His look at that spin kick on a Korean. That was awesome. But yeah, Arturo Chavez is when his toughness comes into play, when he simply stands and trades with his fighters, that's absolutely when he shines brightest.
There are few tougher than Chavez. He was actually training for a fight at a catch weight of 63 kilos that got cancelled. Then he got the call to fight Tae Kyun Kim on relatively short notice, and of course, he said yes. This is the kind of guy that just loves the fight, loves to show what he's made of. And win, lose, or draw, you end up having increased respect and admiration for Chavez.
He'd sign a contract to fight Godzilla, Phil.
He'd probably win a round too. A good decision, but I think he'd win a round. Nice step-in jab from Tae Kyun Kim right in front of us here in our broadcast position.
Kim not altering his style because he is starting to find his range. Using that superior length, hands are starting to land.
Chavez needs to circle just a little bit more from me. He can't be a static target for those long limbs. Goes for the head kick, caught off to the gloves of Tae Kyun Kim. And that lead hand from Chavez. Does he dive in? A little slip there from Tae Kyun Kim, who bounces back up to his feet. Chavez wasn't really able to capitalize there at all.
Very quick standing base. I would not be surprised if this fight stays off the mat for the entire duration.
Tae Kyun Kim has the arms connected here. 10 seconds left in what's been a very interesting match so far. Also scope here for a little bit of foot stomp should either fighter.
Interesting round, Phil. As you said, clearly 10-9 for Aries. The question is, can Arturo Chavez download some information, do a little bit better in the second?
Well, of course he can, Carrick. He's a Mexican, not a Mexicant. I have faith in this man's ability to get in. And again, in a fight like this, Arturo Chavez only needs one opportunity, one shot to completely change the complexity of a fight. He could be losing ad nauseum for 3 rounds and then in the final second pull something out.
100%, and as we saw in the Green Hill replay, one of that overhand right actually could have done it. We now see, this is the game that Aries is going to play. He wants to stand on the outside, pepper his opponents. We're going to find out in just a couple of seconds if he continues that in the second round, tries to employ his judo, or tries an entirely different tack. Seconds out now, we've got the warning. Corners are being asked to exit the ring immediately.
And right now, I fully expect Tae Kyun Kim to implement the same kind of game plan. I would like to see Chavez turn it up just a little bit more, try and throw a greater frequency of strikes, maybe throw in some combinations as opposed to just trying to find that one hitter quitter punch, Carrick.
Indeed, Phil, indeed.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, second round. Let's see if Arturo Chavez can make the necessary adjustments to try and work on the inside without the clinch being initiated. Spinning back kick from the Mexican.
Phil, I think Aries may want to land a spin kick. Landing 2 spinning kicks on a Korean, a little bit of a diss right there.
Arturo Chavez, of course, has been training at All-Star alongside GBG Gym in Gothenburg with the likes of Zvonimir Kral, with the likes of Anton Turkali. Just as we say that, he shoots in. Beautiful sprawl by the Korean. Could be trying to set up a Darce right here. If he rolls, potential for an Anaconda choke.
Anaconda choke being set up. Not there yet. It's getting close now.
Rolls down.
Denied.
Try to slip down onto his own backside for the Darce. May change up the grip for the likes of a Barabo or a Ninja choke. But Arturo Chavez, as we know, never been finished in his career. Incredibly tough, incredibly durable, gets back to his feet. Doing so, lands some punches to the body.
He is an incredible fighter, Phil. He tires people out by having him try and tap him, by having him hit him.
Again, shot from Arturo Chavez, denied by Tae Kyun Kim. And again, Arturo Chavez leaving the neck end for Tae Kyun Kim to capitalize on. Can't allow Tae Kyun Kim to link up those hands. Kyun Kim switches to the overhand whizzer on his left side, using it as a means of control. Catches Chavez with the knee just as they get up.
Phil, those hips of Tae Kyun Kim on the 2 denials of takedowns that we saw were really incredible. That was smooth, that was fast. As I said, I expect this fight to stay standing almost the entire duration.
At the moment, it seems like the fight will stay standing just for as long as Tae Kyun Kim wants it to. Of course, a South Korean national judo champion does have that clinch, trip, and takedown game in his arsenal. But right now, happy just to land those big shots against Chavez. Chavez trying to land strikes on Kyun Kim, but it really does seem that Tae Kyun Kim does have the measure of the distance in this fight, Carrick.
Phil, I am loving Chavez's little tiny head movement when he gets caught up against the fence. He rolls with the punches when he's stuck on that fence. If he's off the fence, he uses his feet to get him out. But when that butt is pushed up against the fence, he still uses that head movement just slightly to take the sting off those outside shots. That's one of the downsides of striking from the outside. Your opponent can see it coming, and he can often, if he's experienced enough, which we're seeing here, roll with it.
That was a huge lead kick to the body from Arturo Chavez. But Tae Kyun Kim now seems to have switched to the southpaw position and is fighting the southpaw at his own game, which is going to be a little bit disruptive for Arturo Chavez.
Arturo has seen it all at this point. Southpaw, orthodox, jiu-jitsu fighters, wrestling fighters, taekwondo fighters. He has seen it all. I don't believe he's going to be too surprised. I do think he's taken a lot of leather, but nothing clean yet. Trying to set up a knockout shot from way far on the outside against an opponent whose condition is extremely difficult.
Again, just a slight change of levels there from Tae Kyun Kim. Digs in for the underhook and denies the takedown. Both men look very calm, very collected. Tae Kyun Kim, again, getting that beautiful pity pat, lengthy striking off.
Aries trying to sneak in a little bit closer before launching those hands, but when you do, as you saw, you're vulnerable to a counter.
Jumping knee there from Tae Kyun Kim, lands more on the forearms. And it seems that Chavez is just having a little bit of trouble trying to get inside and land on Tae Kyun Kim.
This isn't a game of inches, Phil. It's a game of less than an inch. You stay an inch on the outside, your opponent sees your shot coming. Stay an inch on the inside when you're the taller fighter, and you get hit. It's a precipice he's walking on.
Chavez trying to circle now, trying to find angles for himself, but Tae Kyun Kim seems to incrementally be raising that pressure, be putting a little bit more pressure on Arturo Chavez. Just marches him down, and because he's so good at distance management, he can just slip ever so slightly, as you say. That game of inches can slip just outside the punching range of Chavez and come back with counters of his own. There we seeing it coming off beautifully. Big knee to the head.
He's turning it up.
There you see that pressure being
Aries
landed.
maybe looking for a finish.
And he's got him in the clinch. He's landing big knees. Arturo Chavez showing his durability. But there's not a lot more that Chavez can take of this kind of pressure. But Chavez firing back.
Round ends, Phil. Woo!
Just inside the clinch, you saw Tae Kyun Kim with the plum clinch, pulling the head down, firing those knees. Admittedly, I think most of them did land on the forearms of Arturo Chavez, but still beautiful shots.
Arturo Chavez never been stopped, but that was Aries' best attempt so far.
Oh, Dickie Larkins called it. It's over in the second round. Arturo Chavez unable to answer the bell for the third round. His corner saying no mas. Tae Kyun Kim becomes the first man to finish Arturo Chavez. And this is absolutely huge in the career of Tae Kyun Kim. I'm not sure whether it was the doctor or whether it was the corner of Arturo Chavez who called the fight. I'm sure, given the opportunity, he would want to fight on, but those knees at the end, Carrick, must have been the strikes that caused the cumulative damage which forced either the referee or the doctor to cause the stoppage in this fight.
Absolutely, Phil. Of course, there's a number of ways a fight can be stopped. Could have been a corner stoppage. They may have seen something in his fighter's gait when he came walking back. to the corner. They know his heart is as big as the world, is as big as Mexico. They know he wasn't going to stop on his own. They may have stopped it. It could also be an injury. I would not be surprised if the fighter got injured during the course of this fight.
There you see Arturo El Moreno Chavez just in the corner. You can see he's cognitive, you can see he's responsive, but the pressure game of Aries Tae Kyun Kim ultimately proved to be that little bit too much for the Mexican fighter.
Chavez standing under his own control. We're always very, very happy to see that. I would not be surprised if he suffered a broken cheekbone during this fight.
Now for the official decision to make it a little bit clearer for us, Carlos Kramer.
All right, Brave Nation, another classic battle in the Brave 43 cage. After the second round, we have a corner stoppage, resulting in your winner, Aries Tae Kyun Kim.
There you have the clarification of the stoppage, the corner.
All right, Brave Nation, this next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight co-main event of the evening in the Battle of the Unbeatens at Brave Combat 47 Asian Domination. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with an undefeated professional record of 7 wins and no losses. He stands 180 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 65.9 kilograms. Representing UFD and All-Stars Training Center, please welcome, fighting out of Switzerland by way of Chechnya, welcome Hussein Lamanbars Kadimagomedov. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with an undefeated professional record of 7 wins and no losses. He stands 180 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 65.9 kilograms. Representing Monster House and fighting out of South Korea, please welcome Aries Tae Kyun Kim.
We look at the tail of the tape there, and I'm going to have to test the tape measure of whoever's taking the height, because it looks to be a significant height advantage on the side of Tae Kyun Kim. He is in the red corner, coming out against Hussein Kadimagomedov in the blue, and instantly Magomayev looking to lock onto that leg and gets him to the mat early.
That's a sumptuous single right from the get-go, but needs to be wary and protect the neck here. Tae Kyun Kim trying to get upright, may try and butt scoot towards the cage and get up.
Oh, looking for those butterfly guards to try and sweep reverse position. But that wrestling base you talk about, 8 years old in Chechnya, an innate understanding of how the body works and how to manipulate it.
And just one thing he does so effortlessly is distributes his pressure so intelligently. He's so loose, and I think that lends to him being heavy. We've talked about gravity being a component in fights, and he uses it to his advantage as well.
Stunning stuff, and you can see Tae Kyun Kim composed on the mat, having to avoid that, welcoming him into his guard. And that composure, for such a fighter, amazing to see, isn't it, Kirik?
It is. I have a sense that Tae Kyun Kim's guard may be even scarier than it looks like. I don't know that this is an area you want to spend a lot of time in, even in mixed martial arts where you can rain down shots with gravity on your side.
He has got those long limbs, those long legs.
But Kadimagomedov's an exponent of what I like to call shutdown jiu-jitsu. Because his wrestling's so good, he can follow the hips. He doesn't give his opponent space, and he just smothers them en route to finishing fights.
And Ali Akeyev, the coach, the training partner, the sparring partner as well of Hussein Kadimagomedov, along with the team over there, and also just talks so highly about this young man's dedication, how well-rounded he is, how he's a sponge, he's a constant student of the game and evolving every single time.
He's part of that new breed of fighter coming out of All-Stars, just real well-rounded killers at it from the very beginning.
Oh, looking for the omoplata.
Omoplata.
Wow, steps over.
Defended down.
did everything he could there to roll out of it, expertly aware of the danger being posed, but now Tae Kyun Kim in the top position, maybe trying to sneak underneath for a guillotine choke or connect the hands.
He's got those long arms, very suitable for Darcy's anacondas.
Potential Peruvian necktie here, should he choose. I do love a Peruvian necktie. I think more so now he's just trying to wear a little bit of his weight on Kadimagomedov.
But what a fantastic reversal there. You talked about the guard of Kim, and he used it well to set up that omoplata and reverse the position against a very good wrestler in that Hussein Kadimagomedov.
Exactly that. The confidence in his guard is supreme. He was completely comfortable, even when he was taking some relatively light leg shots, and looking at that confidence from the outside, watching the way his hips move, the elevation. This is a world-class guard we're looking at.
I can see just from my position, he's trying to sneak that hand underneath the armpit of Kadimagomedov, trying to set up the choke. There it is.
Oh,
he's got it.
Wow! Can he set this up? He needs to turn him over and grab the legs.
Yeah, he needs to. Oh,
he's gone the other way, though. He's rolled the other way. That's given the opportunity for Hussein Kadimagomedov to use that to his advantage, and instantly he's shelving those legs. Fantastic reversal. What a twist and turn of talent.
I thought he was going to drop down, try and hook the legs, but he chose to roll with it, which I think even alleviated some of the pressure he had on himself.
Back to his feet, though, once again. 1 minute 20 seconds left in this first round. A real chess match between these two.
If Aries has now avoided that takedown, that showed huge core strength. That overhook would not ordinarily be enough by itself to stop a takedown, and it was.
Again, using those long limbs just to pop up that knee.
Oh, look at the power.
Reversal into the mount position.
If armbar hits it, he might roll for it. Oh! He's got to be careful. You can see Kadimagomedov very aware of the danger, so doesn't want to raise his head too much. Could get caught in that triangle, but now in an awkward position here. Transition after transition between these two, and I'm so impressed with what Tae Kyun Kim has been able to bring to the table so far.
Great work then from Kadimagomedov to get out of the position, but again, here's the position that Tae Kyun Kim had last time. Will he again try and sneak that hand diagonally, cup underneath the armpit and go for the choke? Has the option for the Darce, the Anaconda, the Bravo.
Oh, there you go, that's trying to open it up. Not many seconds left, 15 seconds.
Digging in for the underhook.
Final 10 seconds of this first round. And Kirik, I'm going to throw it to you as we walk into the break. How would you score that?
It's an extraordinarily hard round to score. That's why we've got world-class judges here. I would give it to Tae Kyun Kim by a score of 10-9, and I say that with some confidence.
Decky Larkin keeping an eye on Hussein Kadimagomedov, I believe. Look at the right arm. I think there might have been some concern if that was still viable. But Hussein Kadimagomedov nods. There's no quitting this young man. Talk us through some of this as well, Phil.
Essentially, it's what we're watching here is kinetic chess. These guys are just so evenly matched. You see, one's in the dominant position, the other transitions. They're just both so dangerous, so astute, and it comes back to what we were saying about them being intelligent, cerebral fighters. To have the awareness to know what's in front of you and to know the danger you could be in. So smart, so fluid, and it's like watching the most violent form of ballet I've ever seen.
Well, book me a ticket because I want to see it once again. This is some beautiful movement, composure. He's shaking that right arm out a lot as we step into this second round, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
If you're Tae Kyun Kim, you'll obviously be acutely aware of that. Do you then start to perhaps aim kicks at the arm to try and loosen it up? Because it could potentially be compromised.
Without a doubt, he's certainly shaking it out. And he would have felt as well when you're in those jiu-jitsu positions, you can feel the pops, the moves, you can hear the excruciating pain people go through. And this is going to be interesting as well. Hussein Kadimagomedov needs that arm for his wrestling. That is his base. We've seen him evolve as a striker, but we know the wrestling. What part could that play, Kirik?
It could play a huge one. We've got about 15 seconds to figure out what his game plan is going to be in this round. It may be he's trying to protect that. I think there was a level change, wanted to get it in the hips, took a shot to the head instead. There was a little bit of hesitation there. Something is a little bit off right now with Hussein Hussein Kadimagomedov.
And once again in this position, we've seen this 3 times so far, Phil.
And he needs to change it up just a little bit. As we say, he's trying to sneak, sorry Brian, he's trying to sneak that arm underneath.
You can see him trying to play with the wrist, almost make the space to feed that through. Very aware of that is Kadimagomedov. Kadimagomedov, the rounds they talk about over there at All-Stars with the likes of Guram, you would pay good money for that alone.
Oh, to spend a day at All-Stars when they're sparring would be something very special, but Kadimagomedov showing that he doesn't seem to be feeling much pain by throwing those hands.
And you talked about it before, that cerebral spirit of his fighting style. Oh, there's a cut under the left eye there of Kadimagomedov. But this is heart and will trying to turn this fight around. Very impressive from the young man from Switzerland.
What you saw there was the determination. There was a heavy, heavy sprawl from Tae Kyun Kim. He thought he was out of danger, but Kadimagomedov powered through it.
And we question if that arm would be an issue. He's not showing any signs of it so far. He's got those hands clasped behind the back legs. Feeding for that underhook is Tae Kyun Kim.
That cut, I believe, came from an elbow. One of the most common sources of a cut is an accidental clash of heads. I did not see one here. I think it was from that elbow, and I think we're going to see more elbows like that from Aries in short order.
There was also a nice knee on the entry as Kadimagomedov was looking to try and lock those hands together.
Needs to be wary of the triangle here from Tae Kyun Kim, showing he's got a great jiu-jitsu game.
Well, 3 submissions on his record, and just the way he plays with those long limbs, really knows how to use the weapons he's been born with.
Doing everything he can to try and post and get up.
Oh, the neck's in danger though. Hussein Kadimagomedov threatening, now sitting back in guard.
Tae Kyun Kim does have those butterfly hooks. He tried momentarily to push away on the hook, or push away on the hip with that butterfly. Kadimagomedov wise to it.
Forward pressure coming from Kadimagomedov.
Oh, may try and grab the guillotine here from the mounted position, but needs to be wary of being...
Oh, he's looking to reverse this into a...
Fantastic entry.
Stepping over, looking for this guillotine. Can he get the finish? I can't quite see how deep under the chin that is, but look at the way he's freed his neck and his legs to make some space there, Tae Kyun Kim, but now belly down on the mat.
Belly down and still in some danger.
And this reversal of position, Phil, this all came from just sheer determination from Hussein Kadimagomedov to change the momentum of the fight, to stop Tae Kyun Kim having it his way.
Yeah, as we said, he looked like he'd been sprawled upon, looked like other fighters would have given up the takedown, but he powered through it and is now in that dominant position and really fancies that guillotine.
He's jumped for it.
Oh, he's trying to trap the arm.
Oh, this looks good. This would be an amazing finish if he can get it. That's
it. Was that a tap? Was that a tap?
Almost.
Not quite.
Oh, that looked very close to being a tap.
Aries is fighting through.
I think he might be out. Oh.
Pressure's not there to put him out yet.
No, Decky Larkin on top of that, and he twists and turns, and somehow he is free. But the poker face of Tae Kyun Kim has gone. He looks tired now. That is a tough spot he's just had to fight his way out of.
Lovely shot over the top from Kadimagomedov, and I think he can feel a little bit of change. But then just as I say that, Tae Kyun Kim charges forward. This fight is bananas.
20 seconds left in this second round. This co-main event living up to the billing.
If we get to the end of the second round, I would love to see just how close Tae Kyun Kim came to tapping.
And you can hear the corner of Tae Kyun Kim.
Kadimagomedov is compromised for some reason.
I think it might be that arm from the first round. But
maybe the arm. It could have been a shot to the head that from the outside didn't look that devastating, but is jangling his brains a little bit. We're looking at a fighter who's genuinely compromised.
Now, Phil, let's have a look at some of this action. Talk us through it.
That was a huge overhand landed by Kadimagomedov. That was the beautiful jab that got Tae Kyun Kim back in that position that he's found himself in 3 times so far. And here we see just those pop elbows doing enough to try and loosen up the grip and trying to work for that submission.
Nice takedown there from Hussein Kadimagomedov. Would have loved to have seen the guillotine there,
yeah.
Just to see as he rolled over, because his hand was primed and ready for the tap, but found a way, found space.
It's the closest I have ever seen a fighter come to a near tap. The hand was ready.
It was so close. We were both poised to stand up and call that.
And the God of War lives to fight another day, another round.
May have been some clever cornering there. They may have sat there just a little bit longer to buy their man a few more seconds to suck some oxygen down.
So we are set for round number 3. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Phil Campbell and Kirik Janis calling the action here in what has been a spectacular co-main event at Brave 47. Tae Kyun Kim in the red corner, Hussein Kadimagomedov in the blue, charging, trying to hold on to that single once again, Phil.
Tae Kyun Kim does a great job to work back up to his feet, gets underneath Kadimagomedov, trying to bring his level up. Can't quite see if Kadimagomedov has the hands connected. If so, we could see Tae Kyun Kim going for a ride.
And in a fight like this, Kirik, where it's so tough, so technical, how important are the corners? That 1 minute you get to refocus your fighter.
Cornering is an art form in and of itself, and what both corners in all likelihood told them is, we don't know the score, but it's probably 1-1. And in all likelihood, whoever wins the next 5 minutes or wins in the next 5 minutes wins this fight. And that's why these two are going to come out and give it their all.
They are putting on a spectacular show.
Another heavy sprawl for Tae Kyun Kim there, and that's bound to be huge for his confidence. But Kadimagomedov's eating a couple of shots here, Brian.
Now he's looking in again. That sprawl once again working well for Kim. And Magomedov looks tired. He needs to set these entries up. He is just repeat, 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 and every time seems that Kim is ready, but now he's worked away, using that will, that determination. But reversed again.
Is it potentially an element of fatigue? Because this is now the longest that Kadimagomedov has gone in a professional bout. He does have 5 wins by first round, and then 2, I believe, finishing in the second round. So this is the deepest he's found himself in mixed martial arts competition.
That may be exactly what's going on. He may be literally in deep waters for the first time. I know he's supremely conditioned, but it takes a while for a fighter to get used to what he's feeling right now. To learn, yes, I can push through. I'm so tired I want to fall over, but I can still win this fight. This is a first for him.
Oh, and again, looking for the entry.
We may give up his back here.
Teleport to back mount. We got 1 hook in. Foot's also in place for a figure 4. Maybe looking for an armbar from here. Maybe up high. No, limps out.
Kadimagomedov, I think, is gassed, gentlemen.
He has fallen back, and now Kim has just dropped into side control effortlessly. And you can hear the corner of Kim calling him on. 2 minutes, 30
Kim likely
seconds.
to transition to mount.
Oh, this would be an absolutely huge win for Tae Kyun Kim.
Smart thing to do is punch until the referee stops it.
And the referee is close. Decky Larkin on top.
It's almost over. It's over.
It's Tae Kyun Kim takes the O of Hussein Kadimagomedov in spectacular fashion, finishing him in the 3rd round. What a fight.
And you can see just how much it means to Tae Kyun Kim. The emotion literally pouring out of him with his sweat, with the blood of his adversary. And what a way to remain undefeated against a fellow prospect that everybody was potentially saying was the next big thing.
And we saw how cerebral he was in battle, but all the emotion has been released right here, right now, after that victory against such a tough opponent in Hussein Kadimagomedov. Let's go back to that story of Kim, where he's come from, the difficulty, the adversity, the promises he's made his mother that he will make their lives better through this sport, through this endeavor, where he lays his soul, his health on the line right in front of us, and he did that today and got the finish.
Gentlemen, I want to speak directly to Tae Kyun Kim's mother. I know you're watching your son right now, and we are proud of you. Mama, you did great.
And there we see the finish. And there's no doubt, I have absolutely no doubt, Hussein Kadimagomedov will learn the lessons from this. He will come back. He is surrounded by a phenomenal, he has all the talent. He is 21 years of age, half my age, Phil. Half my age.
Well, here, you don't look a day over 30, my friend. This is the kind of fight that will be the very making of Hussein Kadimagomedov. You know, it's a huge platform for him. It's a co-main event on a global mixed martial arts promotion. I believe it's his first time flying to the Middle East to compete. All these factors do take their toll, and as you say, only 21 years of age. He's now been in deep waters. He knows what it's like to be on a global platform such as this. He will springboard back.
And you can see there, you talked about him being compromised, Kirik. There's confirmation there. His coach, his training partner, Akeyev, touching that right arm, and you could see he was in visible pain, even moving it in slightly, and still, as they leave in the cage, I think they're set to leave straight away to get that scene to be compromised from round 1 and to put a performance on that till round 3.
All right, Brave Nation, another incredible bout. This one comes to an end in our co-main event of the evening at 2 minutes and 43 seconds of the 3rd round. Your winner by TKO, it is Tae Kyun Kim.
All right, Brave Nation. This main event is 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. Let's meet our first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a perfect professional record of 8 wins and no losses. He stands 180 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 65.85 kilograms. Representing Monster House and fighting out of Goyang, South Korea, please welcome Aries Tae Kyun Kim. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 11 wins and 2 losses. He stands 173 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 66.2 kilograms. Representing Underdog Team and fighting out of Almaty, Kazakhstan, please welcome Nurshan Bison Akeyev. For fighter instructions, your referee, Alexander Lunga.
No one does a main event hype quite like Brave Combat Federation. We are ready to go for all the marbles, vying for that #1 position atop of the featherweight tree. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an incredible fight.
Oh! He's wobbled!
No way!
He's hurt!
What a crazy start! The first guy to ever rock Tae Kyun Kim. Shades of GSP. Serious shades of GSP versus Matsera. Tae Kyun Kim in the desperation clinch. Akeyev needs to create some separation here to land big strikes. This is the deepest water we have ever seen Tae Kyun Kim in his mixed martial arts career. Akeyev needs to get away. He needs to create separation. He does not want to give Tae Kyun Kim enough time to gather his senses.
I did say in the opening, as much as everybody talks about the extraordinary offense of Tae Kyun Kim, he is just as durable.
You can see the eyes are still a little bit glassy of Tae Kyun Kim. Eats a big elbow, separate and strike Akeyev. Tae Kyun Kim tentative. Akeyev needs to be careful not to chase here and leave himself vulnerable. But what a way to start against Tae Kyun Kim.
Tae Kyun Kim's head is clearing. We're watching his eyes. His head is clearing as we watch. His speed's coming back. His feet are now underneath him. We may get a different fight.
Now he has to be so respectful of those big looping shots of Akeyev, but Tae Kyun Kim.
Tae Kyun Kim worried about getting hit in the head, so he goes downstairs.
Absolutely smashes that leg. Akeyev looks like a completely different fighter to the man that took on Roman Bogotov at Brave 46 in Sochi, Russia.
Akeyev, right to the head.
To the legs! To the body! Another big shot from Akeyev, but Tae Kyun Kim working well behind that jab, one of his greatest assets. Big shot. Tae Kyun Kim starting to unleash. Big shots being thrown by Akeyev. Ladies and gentlemen, this is ridiculous. The firepower that both these men possess. And again, a huge jab from Tae Kyun Kim creates the separation. Has the greatest moment or the greatest opportunity for Akeyev to win the bout. Slip away from him. Was that his best opportunity in the early stanzas? Is Tae Kyun Kim coming into his own here?
Great fighters make opportunity fail.
Another big shot from Akeyev. This is ridiculous. Both these men are getting absolutely huge shots. You have to wonder, has Akeyev given it too much too soon? Oh, another big shot! Tae Kyun Kim's wobbled again!
A little bit of a double wobble right here.
There is more wobble in this fight than in the perfect set jelly of a children's kids party. Oh! Flipping him as Akeyev.
Aries, how's he staying? How's he standing and he's answering?
It's almost as if these guys made an agreement just to go one for one, shot for shot. Like me with my best friend Neil, these guys are going shot for shot, except we do it in the bar, they do it in the cage. This is ridiculous.
Indeed, Phil, indeed.
You can't even call this fight technically, you just need to enjoy it.
There's a knee that maybe could be what ends it.
Big shot being landed. Ladies and gentlemen, is this the 4th of July? Because I'm watching fireworks.
Oh, another shot to the temple. There's that knee that may be what ultimately ends it. Stuck in that plum, throw some body shots.
Nice job by Tae Kyun Kim. And do you know what? Let's just scrap the minute break in between and let this fight play out. Another stiff jab from Tae Kyun Kim. Tae Kyun Kim, the more technical fighter, but Akeyev, the brawler with big power.
10 seconds.
Takedown attempt from Akeyev. Can he take him down? This will be huge.
What a round!
That has to be one of the craziest first rounds I have seen in MMA. I thought Tae Kyun Kim was out of it. He had some absolutely huge shots, but then he comes back with shots of his own, smashing knees into the face of Akeyev. Both these guys are made of something very, very special. This is an incredible night of fights. There's that big shot that does it for Akeyev. Dirty clinch, landing uppercuts, landing hooks. Another big winging shot.
Phil, the prelim card was phenomenal, one of the best in my entire memory. I wasn't certain the main card could equal it. It didn't just equal it, it exceeded it. These fights were so great, I thought to myself, no way the main card is the greatest fight I've seen on this entire extraordinary night, but I have to say right now, it is.
I did say after the prelim card that the main card fighters will be watching this back in their changing rooms, in their locker rooms, and they will know they have to bring it, and they have done so, culminating in what is turning out to be an incredibly special main event here at Brave 53 live from Almaty, Kazakhstan. Ladies and gentlemen, just enough time to catch your breath. We are throwing you right back into the fire. Here we go, round 2, Carrick.
Glove touch, no more love in the gloves now.
Another big slip, rip and roll.
Sweat goes flying. Aries just shakes his head a little bit a second time.
Nice head movement. The first time we've seen head movement.
There it was.
Nice pop jab from Tae Kyun Kim. Nice shots being landed. Attacks the body, but then eats a big shot for his trouble. Getting a little bit more of a gauge of the distance is Tae Kyun Kim in the clinch. Big knee coming. Nozan Akeyev always has a big shot landed.
That would have done it right there. That spinning elbow was extraordinary.
Oh, it's a huge knee. All these knees are absolutely vicious. He is messing up the face of Akeyev. Akeyev just comes forward, that brushes it off. Beautiful spot from Tae Kyun Kim. Gets right back to his feet, but it's another looping shot from Akeyev. I think we might need to get that bonus check back of the city tag titles.
They just have to write another one. I'm going to tell you, at rank 3, both these fighters deserve fight of the night.
Already look at the marking up on the leg of Tae Kyun Kim. Trying to counter the strikes of Akeyev. Pepping the jab like crazy. Oh, that is a stiff jab. Akeyev remains completely unmoved. Oh, and it's a head kick. This is the amount of punishment these gentlemen have absorbed and can absorb. It's absolutely wild.
It's inhuman.
There's a little bit of Tae Kyun Kim wants to keep this fight standing. Referee sends Tae Kyun Kim to the neutral corner, getting the doctor in to have a look. Surely once you clean his face, he's good to go.
There's always a chance of a broken cheekbone. There's a chance of a broken nose. We've got expert medical officials here. We've got 3 MDs. They're going to make a very careful assessment. My hope, of course, is that the fight is allowed to go on. But in this organization, fighter health and safety comes first, last, and always. We will never disagree with or quibble with our medical professionals' decisions.
Although, Carrick, potentially what this could do is this could lead to both fighters getting a tiny bit of a break, being even further reinvigorated and throwing even heavier leather at one another. What a prospect that would be.
There is no question in my mind, Phil, that anything that happens on this card tonight, anything that happens in this fight is only going to make it better and better and better.
For the next few minutes, anything can and will happen. Tae Kyun Kim just stalking back and forth. Primed and ready to go. Oh, I'm so happy this fight is continuing. This might just fast be becoming, and a night of incredible fights, this might be becoming my favorite fight.
He's on the turning aggressive, knows what he's got to do. Can't stand at distance, or that's exactly what happens. He's going to eat that jab. Oh, he's got to come in. One big shot.
Another huge overhand from Akeyev. Oh, and up over the top.
Aries is going to hit the distance, land the clinch, and try to finish it with knees. There's a distance shot. Going to get a few more.
Just absolutely piecing him up with the jab. Akeyev was only ever one shot away from a big, nasty overhand. Tae Kyun needs to be careful. He needs to keep the fight at distance. That's where he's having his most success. Pumping out that long jab. Keeping it nice and low out of the peripheral vision of his opponent.
Tae Kyun Kim showing extreme confidence, but not, in my opinion, overconfidence. He's putting on an absolutely brilliant performance, and he knows it.
Smashing up that leg. That jab of Tae Kyun Kim is absolutely exquisite.
Phil, I watched Tae Kyun Kim's eyes. He took that calf kick, and he did not blink.
I can't remember ever seeing a more educated jab. in the Brave Arena, absolutely piecing his opponent up.
And when he starts to get a consistent response, like that slip to the outside, boom, the head kick comes up. Head moves the other way, follow up with a straight.
Oh, the big shot just landed on the gloves. I have run out of superlatives to describe just how much I'm enjoying this fight.
Oh, shot to the jaw!
But then a big knee, another big knee.
I do believe the knee is how this fight is going to stop.
Oh, these knees are absolutely devastating. That is such a tight tie clinch. Oh, you're going to want, you could be looking at a broken orbital there, Carrick. On the left eye of Akeyev. I don't know if he's going to be able to see the shots coming in. That looks swollen shut, gentlemen.
Broken orbital, I do believe so. Broken heart, absolutely not. Broken spirit, absolutely not.
Do you want to know what's even crazier, Carrick? We have another round of this.
The Kazakh heart, the Kazakh spirit. Phil, it cannot be broken.
It would not be difficult to find highlights from that round, and here is the onslaught of knees from Tae Kyun Kim, and they're getting through. One of them landed clean, and I'm pretty sure the doctors will be looking at that. They'll be checking that orbital of Mirzan Akeyev. I don't know if he's going to be able to see out of that eye coming into the third and final round, and if his vision is impeded and the fight continues, if you're Tae Kyun Kim, you're going to target that, right?
You absolutely are. You're going to start off fighting at distance. You're going to establish that jab, and when you think you've taken the wind out of your opponent's sails, when you start to rock him onto his heels, or he can't move properly, you smoothly go right into the clinch, and I believe that's where the fight ends. It's also possible, Phil, that they're calling it. This is a human being after all.
Oh, that's it.
They've called it.
Fight's over, doctor stoppage. Tae Kyun Kim celebrated. We thought momentarily it was over, but no. Akeyev, like Lazarus, rises from the depths. What's going on? Answers on a postcard, please, ladies and gentlemen. This is ridiculous.
Tae Kyun Kim trying to gather his senses again. Thought he had won. Turns out he hadn't. That's a very tough moment for a fighter to go through.
Yeah, psychologically, what does that do to Tae Kyun Kim? He thought he had won the fight, and just like the Undertaker, Mirzan Akeyev rises from the depths. Still throwing absolutely everything, but surely in this moment right now, his vision is severely impeded. That left side will be susceptible to shots coming in. And on the takedown, well defended by Tae Kyun Kim. Will be wearing the effects of this fight on his face for a very long time. That's just the physical scars that this fight will leave. We haven't even dug into the psychological scars of a fight like this could leave.
His legend, his heroic legend as a man with unparalleled bravery is only going to grow, however.
I'll be honest, Craig, I don't think a lot of people have seen the fight going like this. I don't think a lot of people have seen any of the fights going the way they did tonight. Again, beautiful cultured jab from Tae Kyun Kim, but never defeated. Akeyev coming back with huge shots. Question mark kick there, just glances the face. That nose does not look in good shape of Akeyev, neither does that cheek.
Akeyev still showing beautiful head movement. Stalking now. Looking for that knockout he knows he needs.
Coming up to the midway point of the third and final round. Tae Kyun Kim fighting a little bit smarter now. Akeyev just trying to wait forward, trying to engage in an absolute firefight with Tae Kyun Kim. Tae Kyun Kim right now not taking the bait. Happy to land his pot shots and get out of the way. Oh! Lead uppercut to overhand. Tae Kyun Kim pulls him on. Tae Kyun Kim could very well get drawn into a firefight here.
Great fighters like Tae Kyun Kim, Phil. They only like it better when it hurts.
2 minutes to go, and can we not somehow make this a 5-round fight? Can we not ask somebody? I will watch these gentlemen fight every week, twice on a Sunday. Serious heart, great determination being shown by both men.
Bizon smiling, Bizon shoots denied. 100 seconds left in this fight, Phil.
100% being given by both men. This entire fight card from top to bottom has been crazy. Some of the fights, the finishes, they're all culminating in one of the most fitting main events for a card that we have had tonight. I'll be honest, my technical analysis of this fight went out the window in the first round. I've just been enjoying the carnage.
Gillies in place.
Oh, and parlays it into a beautiful knee to the head. Last minute. Gentlemen, go ahead. Just through reckless abandon. Game plans out the window. Stand and trade. Big lead in the body again. Huge knee. Overhand by Akeyev. Tae Kyun Kim calling Akeyev on. I'll be honest, his face is not swollen. I'm not sure if you could see it.
30 seconds left, Phil. 30 seconds left in one of the greatest fights anyone will ever see.
Big knee coming. There it is from Tae Kyun Kim. 10 seconds to go, really trying to pull it on, chasing down Akeyev. His face a crimson mask telling the story of 3 brutal rounds.
What a fight! What heart!
Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet. That is perhaps the greatest fight in the history of Brave Combat Federation. Off the top of my head, I cannot name a better fight that just had absolutely everything. Knockdowns, head kicks, knees, massive overhands, one of the most cultured jabs I've seen in the history of MMA. Absolutely scintillating stuff. Carrick, try and surmise what we've just seen. Try and put that into words.
Phil, all I can tell you is I am proud beyond words to be in this nation. I am proud beyond words to be in Kazakhstan. What a nation, what a people, and what a fight we just witnessed. Tae Kyun Kim was maybe the biggest secret in South Korea. No longer. This is a superstar. Little doubt in anyone's mind as to how this decision is going to go, but it doesn't matter. A fight of this caliber, it's not just that no fighters lose, it raises the level of what it means to be a human being. Bravery, endurance at this level makes me proud to be a human being. Bizon standing there being treated. May have to be treated for a couple of days after a performance like that. You may not see the likes of that again. Arturo Gatti, Mickey Ward, he's cut from that cloth.
처음에 당황했습니다.
Tae Kyun Kim standing center stage, wrapped in his opponent's blood, waiting for the referee to assemble them in center stage for the official announcement of the great Carlos Reigns, winning the second place in the game system.
All right, brave nation. What we have witnessed is one of the greatest wars in the history of our sport. The world is in shock and speechless on what we've seen tonight. After 3 incredible rounds, we go to judges' scorecards. 2 judges scored about 30-27, and 1 judge scores about 29-28. For your winner, out of the blue corner,